whatever is about to be delayed in your life, especially when it comes to the first 10 days of November, my gorgeous Pisces, whatever is like delayed in your life, because something is going to be delayed. Something is just not going to be happening. And I know that you are going to be a little bit, oh, for goodness sake, oh my God, I know you're going to be a little bit like a frustrated, my gorgeous Pisces. But let me tell you something, and I do want to make this clear. Whatever, and I mean whatever, is delayed in your life, within the first 10 days of November, whatever is not happening yet, within the first 10 days of November, something is going to make you feel a little bit frustrated. But you need to understand what am I trying to make clear. Whatever is being delayed in your life, whatever makes you frustrated in the first place, be grateful. Yeah, be grateful, my gorgeous Pisces, because this in itself, it's actually like a blessing in disguise, my gorgeous Pisces. Why? Why is this a blessing, you may ask? Because if this particular thing hasn't been delayed, whatever this is, with other words, if you haven't been frustrated within the first 10 days of November, you would never ever have this idea that there is some kind of idea that it's going to come out of it. Something is going to be triggered within you. It is not about what has been delayed. It's not about you feeling down a little bit. It's not about you feeling frustrated a little bit. But it's about which kind of idea you are going to have just because of that. You would never ever, my gorgeous Pisces, have this idea otherwise. Oh my God, this idea that you are going to have is going to change your life forever. Much quicker, much sooner than you can possibly imagine. It's not only that you are going to have this idea, but it's about you having this amazing idea, and you're gonna feel how you want to really explore something so much, explore something so badly. Because how this is gonna happen, first of all, you're gonna feel a little bit down, a little bit negative, really frustrated, a little bit frustrated, because you're gonna expect something that's just not happening yet. And then somewhere along the lines, there is something you will see, there is something you will hear, there is something you will remember, my gorgeous Pisces. And this in itself, it's like, oh my God, gonna lead towards this idea, and there is something you are immensely going to want to explore at this stage. Right now, it's gonna be on your mind. Oh my God, I need to explore this. I just need to let out my gorgeous Cressida. She was sleeping right behind the picture here, so I'm just gonna let her out. I'm just gonna let out my little Cressida. So sorry about this. I'll be back in a second. There we go, my gorgeous Pisces. I let Cressida out. Yeah, what I was saying is basically, so this idea, when you have this idea within the first 10 days of November, there is something major you will want to explore. And the more you think about what you want to explore, the more you're going to realize what do you want. The more you're going to realize how much you want to change your life, and the more you're going to realize how much do you actually want to do this. So for the love of God, my gorgeous Pisces, whatever this idea is, I strongly suggest you to put this as a number one. Okay, because seriously, this should be your priority number one. No, not only you will realize exactly what do you want to do and what do you want to change, the more you think about it. But there is also some kind of a wish. I know this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but there is also going to be some kind of a wish you're going to have. You know, it's not only about this idea, it's not only about what you want to explore, but of course there is a bigger picture. You know, there is some kind of a wish that you are going to have when it comes to all this. Trust me, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is going to be absolutely obvious. And why am I getting so excited here? Because that particular wish, there is something that you will wish, you know, like looking at a big picture when it comes to all this idea, when it comes to all this exploring, you know, all this is going to be leading towards something major, something huge. And there is some kind of a wish that you are going to have. And let me tell you, that particular wish, it's going to come true. I mean, come on, look at this. That's the card number 1 here. And that's the card number 2 here. I mean, do I need to say any more? And when it comes to numerology, your number is 1111. 1111. Your number is 11, 11, 11. 3 times number 11. It's happening at a time when we are within this month of November, which is the 11th month of the year. So this means in itself that by the end of this month, you seriously, my gorgeous Piscelini, are probably going to have the biggest, personal awakening, spiritual awakening, your personal awakening, the biggest awakening of your entire life. You know, there are also going to be a couple of very, very interesting experiences which you are going to have when it comes to this month. The first unusual experience is going to happen within the first half of November, and the second unusual experience that you are going to have, it's going to happen within the second part of November. And both of these experiences are going to be like completely different, but both of these experiences are somehow going to make you realize what are you missing out in life. And all this is just going to come so beautifully together to you, like a personal confirmation. You know, if there was any doubt about this idea, trust me, that doubt is about to disappear. And also, the second important date, it's going to be on the 11th of November. On the 11th of November, you are just going to like, whoa, you're going to be all around this, you know, what was happening within the first 10 days of November. And you are somehow, and you know, you still haven't done anything about it. Within the first 10 days of November, it's more about you having this idea, having this powerful realization, and you wanting to explore this so badly. But, you know, only by the time you get to the 11th of November, you are going to realize there is a very important news you are going to have. There is a very important information you are going to have. This is going to be a positive news. This is going to be a positive information, because for some reason this is going to give you so much strength and so much confidence, and it's going to turn things around you immediately. And at that moment in time, you are going to realize that right now at this stage of your life, you are ready, baby. You have got everything you possibly need in order to make your first step. When it comes to this particular idea which you've had, you will know what the first step is going to be, because I'm telling you, you're going to realize that you've got everything you possibly need in order to make that first step. But then again, at the end of the day, you know, it's a lot about this news, and it's a lot about this message that you are going to have, because this in itself, it's going to open your eyes. And even if this doesn't happen on the exactly 11th of November, you need to understand it's going to happen around the 11th of November. Okay, it's still going to happen. This information, this message is literally going to set you free. It's literally going to liberate you, and you will know why. Most certainly. And there is something really specific. You're actually going to do when it comes to this idea on the 11th of November. Just remember, there is something specific you're going to do. And then at the same time, my gorgeous Piscelini, as soon as you do that, there is some kind of a step that you're going to make. There is no doubt about it. And as soon as you do that, at the moment in time you do this, the whole structure in your life, boom, is about to change. This is going to change the whole structure in your life. There's no doubt about it. And because as soon as you make that first step, what are you actually going to realize within the next few days after the 11th of November? What are you actually going to realize? You are going to realize that there are so many more possibilities when it comes to that idea. There are even more possibilities. You're going to find out even more, not just any possibilities, but incredible possibilities when you find out how much more there is to this idea. Oh my God, trust me, this is why the whole structure in your life is about to change. And I mean that in the best possible way, because every single time when something changes in our lives, it brings a different energy. If it's a negative change, sadly, it's a negative energy we have to deal with for a while, okay? But then if it's something really, really positive, if it's something really brilliant, then of course it's bringing us this amazing energy, which is instantly going to energize us and instantly going to elevate us. Just pay attention to how much more energy you're actually going to have after this moment in time. Absolutely brilliant. And when you have like a physical energy, it does reflect a lot on your mental energy and on your spiritual energy as well. And once again, you're gonna find yourself like thinking about wanting to maybe reconnect with certain people, but it's a lot to do with your own spirituality and things that are really unique to you, you know. So with like-minded souls, now you're gonna feel this strong need to reconnect with like-minded souls. And this is important because at the same time you need to understand that you just also need to pay attention to that aspect of your life, whatever this is. Maybe this is to do with something with your talent, like-minded souls. Maybe this is to do with something your own spirituality. Whatever this is, you have to follow this call of your soul, my gorgeous Piscelini, because you are also going to find yourself being on this specific path where you are going to meet some very, very interesting people, and you are going to meet some very interesting people, whether you want this or not. Once you meet these people, you know, you are going to kind of feel that you know these people your whole life, but you don't. This is because these people are meant to be a solid part of your spiritual journey, and it's happening at a time when you are going through such a powerful spiritual shift, which is absolutely ever so needed right now at this stage to reconnect with like-minded souls, whatever they are, because they are going to be primarily responsible for you getting so advanced with certain aspects of yourself that are unique to you only. So it really depends what this is. But this, what's happening right now, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's sacred. It's sacred. Every single month has got its own energy. This is November 11, and your number is 11, 11, 11. This is crazy. So all this is gonna be like, oh my God, so like kind of impossible for you not to notice, to be quite honest with you. So, you know, when it comes to the 11th of November, going back to the 11th of November, so you are going to realize there is so much more to this idea, you know, than you actually thought. So this is why you need to really follow your heart and commit yourself. There is some kind of a major commitment that you're going to make, but it's not like, oh my God, it's not like you don't want to commit yourself to this, because you're going to feel this like, oh my God. So you're going to feel this very deep in your soul, very deep in your spirit. So this is something that you're going to connect yourself to immediately indeed. And of course, it's going to be ridiculously worth it. Let me just remind you that this is such an important stage of your life. The next date, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's going to be on the 13th of November. Now, on the 13th of November, you know what? You are going to have this really kind of positive experience. Okay, this is going to be interesting. On the 13th of November, or at around the 13th of November, you are going to have this positive experience. And I think that this positive experience is a lot like you kind of having a fun. It's like it's like, you know, to do with the socializing. I can see you talking to the certain people, and I can see you enjoying yourself. It doesn't have to be necessarily like that you're outside somewhere, like clubbing or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It could just be like a few people that you really get on with normally, maybe, and then it's going to be some kind of a very interesting conversation going to be going on where you're all going to be enjoying yourself. Or maybe it could be some kind of a little party, or it could be like some kind of a lunch. I know that there are going to be people around, you know, at around the 13th of November, and you're going to have a really good time. You're going to feel really optimistic. You know, you're gonna really enjoy yourself. You're gonna be enjoying yourself, the way you're gonna be expressing yourself, the way you're gonna be talking to people. And this is beautiful because, again, you're gonna tap into something really beautiful here. And this is not a bad thing whatsoever, but you know, something is going to start changing within you this moment in time, and you will realize, you know, certain things in life that you are missing out on, you know, what you are missing out on. And there are a couple of people going to be over there who are really inspiring you in terms of a lifestyle, and there are a couple of really nice ideas you are going to have when it comes to your lifestyle on this particular day, and I strongly suggest you to do something about it, because all this that's happening in November, most certainly it's happening for a reason, most certainly, because this is a very special time for you. So there are a couple of things that you're going to pick up here, something that you want to do in terms of lifestyle, in terms of your lifestyle. But again, on another hand, there is just so much which is actually going to come out of it as well when it comes to your life in general, and when it comes to more changes you actually want to make. But also on another hand, when it comes to the 13th of November or at around that time, my gorgeous Piscelini, you know, to be quite honest with you, it's like there is also somebody here who is going to open your mind somehow. There is going to be one particular person here who is somehow going to open your mind. You know, and even if there is no way, even if there is no way for you to be out somewhere, because maybe your situation is different, maybe you can't go out, maybe you can't socialize at the moment, I completely understand. This situation can happen in a different way. Do you understand what I mean? So if you're not able to socialize, if you're not able to go out, if you don't see people anywhere, it doesn't mean that this doesn't have to resonate with you. No, baby, no. It means that it's going to happen in a different way. In which way? Well, basically, maybe you are going to be at home and you're going to be looking at a certain group of people on the television. Maybe you're going to be looking on at a certain group of people on your laptop, on your phone, and something is going to be triggered within you. You know, it really depends. It could happen in that particular way. Do you understand what I mean? I don't want to be too confusing. But if it doesn't happen in like in form of like a socializing, like a physical socializing, maybe you will be looking at a certain group of people on your phone, and you will connect to them to the point where, woo, all sorts of things are going to start coming out as a guiding light. So it could also happen that way if you're not socializing. So, but also on another hand, through one particular person, also on that particular day, at around the 13th of November, through one particular person, you're also going to realize someone is going to open your mind as well. Someone is going to open your mind here, and you're going to realize that you have got a communication breakdown with somebody, and you will want to work on it. And this doesn't have to be bad. Not necessarily that you had a row with that particular person you're going to be reminded of. No, baby, no. Maybe you just like kind of sometimes life takes people towards different directions. You know, people can be great, fantastic, but then sometimes the certain point in life comes when people just go towards the separate direction. Sometimes they do not return. Sometimes they return. It really depends what's going on in everybody's lives. But so it doesn't have to be negative like communication breakdown, but the bottom line is you're going to be reminded that you need to renew your friendship with somebody, whether this is a friend or whether this is like a family member. You need to renew some kind of relationship. So you're going to be reminded of someone whom you are having this communication breakdown, and I strongly suggest you to reconnect with that particular person you're suddenly, boom, going to be reminded of. Because that particular person, once you reconnect with that particular person, there is something very interesting you're going to find out. You're going to have an interesting revelation, a very like a really surprising revelation, okay? And that revelation, it's going to kind of give you the sense of urgency. But it's not going to be a bad sense of urgency, but you will just know what to kind of hurry up with. Okay, so, and also my gorgeous Pisces, the next important date is going to be on the 15th of November. And now on the 15th of November, listen, I know you're going to be going through this particular challenge. Something is going to surprise you here. And I know that you will be going through this particular, I've got like a hair all over. This is Raphael. Yeah, So I know that on the 15th of November, or at around the 15th of November, you know, there is going to be this unexpected news, and there is something, there is this challenge that you're going to need to deal with. And I know that you're going to be contemplating, my God, this is going to be such an important day when it comes to this contemplation. But this contemplation, when it comes to that challenge, it's going to be more important than you can possibly imagine. When it comes to this contemplation, you have to be 100% honest with yourself here. You really need to be honest with yourself here, okay? Because when it comes to this contemplation, I repeat this again, it's important to be so honest with yourself here, my gorgeous Pisces, because the only way to sort this problem out is for you to listen with your heart. By listening with your heart, you will be able to look deeper into what you need to look deeper into, because you are going to realize that there is something that you have to research very, very carefully before making a decision here. Listen to me very carefully. When it comes to this contemplation, you are going to realize, my gorgeous Pisces, that you have to research something carefully before making decision. And this is to do with that particular challenge, and it's to do with that particular contemplation. So this is very, very important for you to remember, okay? Very, very important. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to the 16th of November and the 17th of November, it's the 16th of November. When it comes to the 16th of November, you are actually going to come across somebody kind of narrow-minded, a very narrow-minded person. And, you know, it looks like you will be so excited saying something to this particular person, and it's not somebody who's horrible. It's not somebody who's like, oh no, a really bad person or something like that. It's just not somebody, it's just to do with somebody who is in your life, but this person is like kind of kind of narrow-minded every now and then, you know, and it's a nice person, it's a good person, but it's a narrow-minded person. So I know that you're going to have a conversation with that person because this is indeed somebody in your life, but that particular person, and you're going to be so excited about what you're going to do, about your plans, because this is the months of excitement. This is the months when you are naturally going to feel excited. This is the months when so much is going to be happening, but you're also going to feel so much within. One of those stages where we just know, whoa, baby, again, something is about to happen. Something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Something will change, but it's going to be good. You know that feeling. It's such a powerful energy. My God, such a powerful driving force in our lives. You know, there is nothing as powerful as this is. So naturally, you're going to feel on this particular day, or at around this particular day, you will be talking to this person, and I just don't want this person to like kind of not put you down, but to make you feel negative about what you're doing just because they're narrow-minded. So I know that somebody's like you're gonna be so excited about something, and then somebody's gonna be instant about your plans, you know, and then somebody's instantly gonna kind of bring you down a little bit. And I don't want you to, because you will really want this person to be excited for you, but you must not allow this to take the better of you, you know, like you must not allow this to, you know, kind of stop you from doing what you actually want to do, because that person is also, it's not only that they're going to be narrow-minded, but they're going to be telling you, or someone is going to be telling you that, you know, that what you are doing is really unwise. And it's not unwise at all. It's not unwise at all. And someone is going to be telling you that you're taking too big a risk, you know, that this is unwise, that it's not worth it, what you're going to try to do, because you're going to be really excited about something on that particular day, or around that particular day, you know. But then again, at the same time, they're also going to try to, try to make you think like you're making unwise plans. Because this person is a little bit narrow-minded, but this person is actually quite intelligent. But when someone, in your eyes, in your opinion, but when someone is intelligent, you know, yes, they're intelligent people, they're smart people, but that doesn't mean that everybody is intelligent for everything. Nobody is intelligent for everything. You know, there are certain people who are very clever and very intelligent when it comes to the certain things in life. But then they come, you know, like, but then they like really don't know what to do with the simplest of things that other people can deal with, you know. So it's really kind of, you can't just frame people like this, if you know what I mean. So, but, you know, due to that person not being like kind of maybe open enough, they're gonna try to kind of make you feel like that you're doing unwise plans. Yeah, and you know, almost as if they also gonna have some kind of a selfish motive as well, but not an evil motive, not a horrible motive, but a little bit of like a selfish motive. Maybe that person is gonna think that they're not gonna see you as often enough, or maybe that person is gonna worry that you're gonna change too much. There is some kind of a personal motive that this person is going to have, but it's not horrible, it's not nasty, it's not negative, if that makes sense. But I just kind of, come on, I must not, you're not going to be prepared for this, you know, like the response from this person, because you're not going to be prepared for this. We act differently in the situation that we haven't prepared ourselves for. We act raw, we act different, you know, we are maybe more shocked, you know, than what we would be initially shocked. You know, we are more shocked because we have been unprepared, which is completely unnatural. But that's why all this can be contributing towards you maybe making some kind of a little mistake here and not doing something that is just kind of driving you forward in life. Like whatever this is going to be, whatever you're going to be talking about, this is something that is really driving you forward. And lots of people can understand things like that in our lives, but they cannot understand the whole extent of what's going on and what's happening. And that's what I'm trying to say here. So do not allow this person, my gorgeous Piscelini, to put you off whatsoever. That's what I'm trying to say here indeed. And also, do you know what? Another thing I was going to say now, I reminded myself when it comes to the 17th, of November. I said the 16th and the 17th, then I said this is at around the 16th. So I also need to mention to pay attention to synchronicities on the 7th of November, on the 17th of November, and on the 27th of November. On these 3 particular days, please, for the love of God, pay attention to synchronicities, and I pray to God that you're going to remember me saying this. These synchronicities are going to be your beautiful, mind-blowing guidance, and these synchronicities are going to be absolutely completely different, like, oh my God, and these 3 days are going to be completely different, but these synchronicities are going to be completely different, but they're all going to be guiding towards the same thing. And I really need you to be intuitive here, because there is something that you did not necessarily forget about, but there is something that you're avoiding doing because you don't like doing it. But you need to deal with something, an aspect of your life. There is something that you need to finish. There is something that you need to deal with. There is something that you need to bring to an end. But you seem to be avoiding this. But you also don't realize that this is a big element in your life that created a little roadblock. So whatever you're ignoring subconsciously is just something to do with a certain negative change of circumstances you've had. I completely understand, but you need to nip the bud, my gorgeous Piscean. It is very, very important. Whatever you're going to be reminded to do, you need to resolve this problem. You need to resolve this issue. The next important date is going to be on the 21st of November. On the 21st of November, or at around the 21st of November. This is brilliant. You know why? Because you are going to become aware of this progress. It's to do with the progress, my gorgeous Piscean. It's to do with a nice progress. It's to do with a nice achievement. You are going to feel so proud of yourself, and you are really kind of gonna, this is a lot to do with the result of your hard work. It's something that you've been working on, something that you've put so much of your energy towards, but it's also something that has been kind of very much so slow over the last 9 months. There was no progress with this whatsoever. So of course that this is going to be a good day, because you are going to become aware of this progress, my gorgeous Piscean. And this really kind of there is realization of something that you're going to need to do immediately. My God, there is so much going to be happening, and I just need you to kind of deal with things in November as they come. Don't say like I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. Don't say I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Don't say I'm gonna do that next week. Don't say I'm gonna do that next month. This is very important. It is not only about this progress. This is fantastic. It's gonna make you feel really good and really proud of yourself. But you need to understand, as soon as you become aware of this progress, of whatever this is, on the 29th of November, or at around the 21st of November, on the 21st of November, or at around the 21st of November, as soon as you become aware of this progress, what is the biggest thing out of all this is there is something that you're going to need to do immediately. Again, act now. Act now. No matter what's happening in your life, immediately when you become aware of this progress, listen, like this. Immediately, as soon as you become aware of this progress, you're going to be happy, but immediately it's going to be on your mind like, immediately it's going to be on your mind, okay, finally I'm going to be able to do this. Finally, I'm going to be able to do something. Finally, I'm going to be able to do something. That something you need to do immediately. By you doing that immediately, you're not going to be restricted. You're not going to be obstructed. With other words, you are going to be in this flow, which is going to be so beneficial for you, regardless how many things you're dealing with, regardless what's going on in your life. You will see once you do this that things are gonna start unfolding so quickly. Oh my goodness, my gorgeous Piscean. Sorry, the next important day, so that's at around the 21st. The next important date, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's gonna be on the 25th of November. On the 25th of November, this is ridiculously important. Or at around the 25th of November, you know, you're gonna have this moment where you are suddenly going to be reminded of something that you were taking, something that you were maybe eating. Maybe this is to do with some kind of a supplement, like a healthy supplement, like nutritional supplement. Maybe it's to do with a natural vitamin D, for example, which is brilliant for energy. You know, maybe it's to do with like a fish oils, for example, or flaxseed oil for those who don't eat fish, don't take fish oil. Maybe it's to do with the fish oils or flaxseed oil, because it's ridiculously important for our brain health. It's the food that we can't get anywhere else to feed our own brain. So of course that fish oils are so essential for our health. If you can't take fish oils, you take flaxseed oil, for example. But I'm talking to you as an example, because at around the 29th of November, you, sorry, maybe this is to do with a certain food. Maybe you were eating lots of strawberries, for example, and then suddenly you're just reminded of this and you realize, oh my God, I used to take this regularly. I used to take this regularly. That's how you're going to be reminded of this. Something that you used to take regularly, whether this is a nutritional supplement or whether this is a health food like a strawberry, for example. This gives you two things, you know, something that you certainly need to start taking now. Your body is going to make you aware of this. This is how our body lets us know. This is how our spirit lets us know. We are just reminded of something that we forgot about, and that means that this is the time when you need to put that into your body. And for strawberries, for example, like let's say it's strawberries, so it's something that, you know, means it's going to give you energy again, but it also means that on another hand you also kind of lack in vitamin C, because strawberry is full of vitamin C, for example. Whatever this is, it's something that you were doing regularly, something that you were taking regularly, and I strongly suggest you to not ignore this. This is how our body literally lets us know certain vitamins and minerals that we need and that are literally crucial for our health. And you will see, as soon as you start taking this, again, my gorgeous Piscelini, whatever this is, you know, how your energy levels are going to pick up. And there is a very kind of important aspect of yourself going to start healing process. That's why it's so important to follow our intuition. Sometimes people don't even kind of realize this, how powerful our intuition is. When we want to eat something that's good for us, and we like a certain nuts or something that are healthy, you know, it's not only about us fancying this taste, it's our body telling us the certain nutrition that we need. And on top of that, you get this reward where, you know, there is a major aspect, you know, going to heal. This is going to start a process of healing. So that's why I'm saying there is so much more to this. The next important date, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's gonna be on the 29th of November, or on the 28th of November, or at around the 28th of November, where you will realize that somebody, maybe in your family, a younger person, younger spirit, maybe somebody in your family, this is part of your family, or maybe it's one of your best friends, child or something. You know, but somebody very close to you, somebody much younger, is just going to start acting very naughty and very unusual. And the reason why it's important for you to try to focus on that person a little bit, for some reason you're the only one who can calm that person down. I'm sorry, no pressure, but it's to do with some kind of experience that you've had, your own experience you had in your past. Nobody else is able to relate to this person as such. So I really kind of, if you can just talk to that person and spend some time with that person if you possibly can, and there is something very interesting going to come to the surface. There is something very unusual you're going to find out that's going on in that person's life, and you're going to be so grateful to God that you've actually decided to have a conversation because you will prevent something that shouldn't really happen, you know. So this is why this is so important. No pressure. It's not a dark thing, it's not a negative thing whatsoever, because that particular person is going to be okay. But I'm just saying to you that strange are the ways of Lord. No, honestly, my gorgeous Pisces, it's just like sometimes we do have a very special role in life that only there are certain things that only spiritual people can deal with. Non-spiritual people are not kind of able to understand a lot about life, you know. And the more spiritual you are, the more wise you become, and this is why I need you to kind of not ignore this whatsoever. And then the next important date is going to be on the 29th of November. On the 29th of November, my gorgeous Pisces, this is like brilliant. It's like, do you know what? There are a couple of things going to be going on here. This is going to be huge. This is going to be massive. On the 29th of November, something very kind of crazy is going to happen, but it's going to be good. If this is not going to be spontaneous situation, I don't know what will, but it's going to happen in such a way where on the 29th of November or at around the 29th of November, you're going to be like so worrying about something. You're going to be so worrying about something. Maybe you're going to be a little bit down about something. It's all to do with like, what are you going to hear with this very unusual news? And there is something that you're going to need to immediately go to sort out. And whatever this is going to be absolutely fine. But I think that probably when you get back from where you went, when you get back home or on your way back, something really, really interesting, it's actually going to happen. There is this kind of very unusual but really interesting experience you're going to have, and something is going to happen completely unplanned. It's like a mini adventure, seriously, completely unplanned. And on one hand, you will clearly, this adventure, it's going to make you aware of what exactly do you need to take a leap of faith with. This adventure is going to make you aware of exactly which risk do you need to take. And right now, at this stage of your life, I'm sorry, I know it sounds silly, but this mini adventure is going to open your eyes. It's going to realign you immediately, and you will know which risk do you need to take straight away. Okay, and number two, because of this mini adventure, you will also know that this very kind of a negative stage in your life, a very dark stage in your life, has come to an end. On the 29th of November, at around the 29th of November, this is going to be such a beautiful stage of your life. I'm not saying that you need to wait until the 29th of November, but you know what I mean. This is when you're gonna perk up like never before. This is the time when you're gonna end up having so many ideas. This is the time when you're gonna realize how much you've actually changed. It's like really, this is gonna be a really deep time of your life. And there is also gonna be somebody, not somebody, but you're gonna be keep on reminded of somebody who used to be in your life, somebody that passed away, you know. You're gonna be reminded of somebody on this particular day, somebody that passed away. And again, it's not about that person who is not in your life anymore, but you will know what do you need to carry on with. Almost like some kind of a legacy you're going to need to carry on with. You will be reminded of some kind of a legacy you're going to need to carry on with. This is going to mean to you quite a lot. And if you try to explain this to someone or to anyone, nobody would be able to understand this, my gorgeous Pisces. This is how personal this is going to be. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just going to see, sorry, what is going to happen to, I hope my microphone is not too low. You can hear my things around my neck. I hope this is not too low. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1 1 2 2 1 1 1 1 2 2 1 1. No, honestly, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm being silly again. So when it comes to those of you who are in relationships, your partner is going to have a mind-blowing idea. At around the 20th of November, your partner is going to have this mind-blowing idea. Something that inspired your partner so much to the point where your partner is not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. And to start with, you're going to be like, sorry. To start with, you're going to be like, what are you talking about, you silly person? Like jokingly, you know. And first of all, this is not going to make sense to you. But then the more you think about it, the more it's going to make sense, my gorgeous Pisces. There is a mind-blowing suggestion that your partner is actually going to have here. And I know it's impossible to imagine. I'm joking. Joke. No, it's there is a mind-blowing suggestion, idea that your partner is going to have. And for this idea, you're going to feel, oh God, money, finances, that you're going to need lots of money. You're going to need lots of finances. There is something that you're going to be worrying on a financial level, but there is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to worry about. You don't worry about money. Don't worry about money. You just need to focus on what your partner suggested. This idea, it's mind-blowing. You need to focus on this, and you need to follow your intuition, because you are going to do something really, really wise. In 11 months' time, this is going to turn both of your lives around, my God. And also, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, oh my God, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, seriously, there is somebody going to start becoming very close to you. Somebody is going to start getting closer and closer and closer until you're both, no, I'm joking. No, seriously, somebody's going to start getting really close to you. And I think that someone is about, look, okay, I'm not being funny, yeah. That's the card here. Hello, my gorgeous. And that's another card here. I mean, come on. That's the single Pisces. Somebody is going to start getting very close to you. And I think that you're going to start fancying somebody so much purely because of their intellect. And somebody's intellect, you're going to start liking. Somebody's spirituality, you're going to start liking. On top of that, you're going to fancy this person like there is no tomorrow. But it's not like you're going to see that person and say, oh my God, come to mama. You know, it's not like that really. But it's more like you're gonna meet this person like very interesting, and then it's more about the conversations you are going to have, and the conversation is going to become more interesting and more interesting and more interesting, and you're going to kind of start getting very close to this person like completely unplanned. You're going to feel this connection you haven't felt in absolute ages, my gorgeous Pisces. And to me, it means like that somebody major is about to walk into your life, but it's a lot to do with their intellect, with the connection you're going to have, and of course you're going to fancy each other like there is no tomorrow. And you know, this is to me like, of course, if you're ready for relationships, maybe you don't want to have relationships, that's absolutely fine. But if you're ready, then, you know, just like go out there and have some fun and you know, and see what is going to happen, because someone major is about to walk into your life. And even if it doesn't happen in November, it doesn't have to happen necessarily in November, but it can happen in December. But this is a clear indication that now it's time to start connecting to people, because the moment in time you least expect, someone is about to walk into your life and turn it around. And so now, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just gonna quickly shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the months. Okay, what is gonna be a tarot card of the months? Feels like they're missing some tarot cards, but they're not. Okay, oh no, they are. Hello, my hands, they know. Yeah, there you go. So I knew that there was some missing. So now I'm going, my gorgeous Pisces. Let's see what's going to be a tarot card of the month. Oh, oh my God! Hello, my gorgeous Pisces. This is also your tarot card of the month. This is a big mama. It is time to talk to people. It is time to reconnect with people. And I'm gonna talk about this card the way I see this, the way I feel this. You obviously know what this means. But on another hand, it is an important time for you to talk to people. It's important time for you to open up to people. Now it's the time to try to reconnect with people as much as you can. There are some major people about to start walking into your life, into your journey. It's not all about love, it's not all about emotions, which is always fantastic, but this card, it's also clearly indicating one powerful thing in general when it comes to you, like feeling how you want to start reconnecting with people. But and at the same time, there are some crucial people you're gonna meet throughout this month of November, which are gonna be so essential when it comes to your spiritual journey in general. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general. All this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently, and you know, because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. You know, it helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet, okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. And blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, you know. And to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you know, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, you know, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You know, you tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, you know, it does help you quite a lot, you know, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before. But then on another hand, it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about. And very often as well, people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, you know, and we are not able to get in our life, you know, to the certain stage, you know, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, you know, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or it's going to be, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have a few of these in stock now.